Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. First of all, when they say Call Halayim La Yahweh Shem Shai Bashur Chakodash, which means, of course, all praises to the Most High and His only begotten Son in the name of the Holy Spirit. And of course, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to all sincere Achim. They're out there, of course, risking their lives and their freedom to bring out the Samath, which is the truth of the scriptures. I'm the brother Amapha from Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp, located here in Great Babylon, which is America. Coming again with this truth. Disclaimer, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We are not connected with any black denominated group, nor do we identify with being black. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And of course, since our seed was scattered as a curse from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, and scattered across the four winds, some of our people look like the heathen nations and where they've been scattered on too. But you have to understand that they are Hebrew Israelites due, of course, their lineage going back to a Hebrew Israelite, going back to one of the 12 sons of Jacob or Jacob, which is, of course, the seed, of course, that contain the blessings, the covenants, the glory, the kingdom, okay, in which we are living in the last days, in which the prophecies are not tarrying, which the prophecies are the things that were written aforetime, which are now being fulfilled. And we can see that our salvation is more near than what we believed. All right, so we got to keep our heads up. So this is off of express.uk or expressco.uk, and it says Eclipse 2019. Why do Christians, which to make you understand that only Christians are the followers, all right, of the Hamashiach, the anointed ones, right? But really, there actually are, the Israelites, simple as that. They're called Christians first at Antioch, which you go into the Bible, you get that, all right? So in the word Christian, that's going back to what? Christos, okay, which means anointed, all right? And then, of course, going even more to the Hebrew, right, it's Hamashiach, Yum, all right, because they're followers of the Messiah. They're anointed ones, and they're only Israelites, okay, just as the saints are, all right? So it says, fear the blood moon lunar eclipse next month. So it says, why do they fear, right? So in Christians fear. Now, I'm going to read this article, and it says here, apocalypse, which when you go into apocalypse, let me see, I believe that means reveal, if I'm not mistaken. When you go into the actual etymology or understanding of the word, all right, it means a reveal. But it says apocalypse preachers who believe the end of the world is near predict the upcoming January blood moon lunar eclipse is an ominous sign, which is signed as a token of the end time prophesied in the Bible, which this is true, which you have ominous means unpleasant, or that are giving the impression that something bad or unpleasant is going to happen, threatening. And what's going to happen? You have the destruction of Great Babylon, which is America. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. And of course, you're going to have a change within powers, within the rulership, okay, which you have the Edomites out of Wamium, all right, the nation of Edom, which consists of the so-called Caucasians. They are what they call white people, okay, they are Edomites, okay. They're the wicked of the earth, in which their destruction is at hand, okay, which they're going into slavery at the second coming, that is, of our Lord, which is Yahweh Shai, which the world even calls Jesus Christ, which the word Yahweh Shai, or the name Yahweh Shai, means he the deliverer. And he's coming to, of course, take the kingdom, all right, with his saints. And so it says here, next month on Monday, January 21st, the full moon will pass through the earth's shadow and take on a red hue. The astronomical event ominously referred to as a blood moon occurs twice a year, but conspiracists think it is much sinister. It says end time preachers who read the Bible for signs of the apocalypse have claimed the blood moon was prophesied nearly 2,000 years ago in the book of Revelation. In the book of Revelation, the final book of the New Testament details the moon turning red into blood and the sun turning back before the end of the world. Now, I'm going to actually get the scriptures real quick. I have in the book of Joel. I want to make this lesson quick and to the point. The book of Joel, the second chapter, and I want to start here at the top. I'm going to read here at the top, Joel 2:1, and then I'm going to go down to the actual verse which I was going to retrieve. It says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Zion, of course, is the Israelites, okay? Which the word Zion go back to the Hebrew word to Zion, which means a monument, okay? We're the Lord's monument or remembrance, okay? It says, and sound an alarm. So we're supposed to what? Blow that warning, which the prophets are supposed to what? Be on their watch, of course, and line up the prophecies which written in the scriptures with what is currently happening in this day and age, okay? And it says, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, which mountain, of course, that, of course, talk about governments, right? Peoples and such, right? It says, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble for the day of Yahweh, which that's the Most High name when you go into the Hebrew. Yahweh means he to be, or he is, all right? He exists, all right? Yahweh, that's the true Hebrew name of the Most High. That's his only name, Yahweh, all right? It says, for it is nigh at hand, so the day of the Lord is near, okay? Just so that you know. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there hath not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Which you understand, this is going to be a very destructive time. Nuclear missiles are going to get shot off to the ends of the earth, to here to America, all right, Russia, China, these different nations, okay? And it's going to destroy Great Babylon, America, okay? There's other places that's going to get cleansed and hit by these nuclear missiles as well. But it's all been prophesied in the Bible, okay? Now I'm just going to go down to the point, okay? This is the book of Joel 2, and this is going to be verse 30. It says here that, and I will show wonders in the Shemayim, or the heavens, all right? Which, you can, of course, go into it. Shemayim, right? Which means Shah pertaining to the waters, okay? Shemayim, okay? Which we have here when I go and pick it out. Ba Shemayim. Ba meaning in, Shemayim, okay? Wa ba arataza. Wa earth, all right? And you have Dam, which means blood, all right? Wa Ash, which is fire, all right? Wa, you got Wa in the Yum, let's see, or Tha Damara, all right, which is the pillars. And they go into it, they got Ashan, which means smoke, all right? Right, so the Lord, of course, is going to show wonders in the heavens, right? Which I just want to go into real quick for wonders, which here, you have it here for wonder. You got Mapath, all right? Mawapath, which means here wonder, sign. They got here a special display of the Most High's power, a sign or token of a future event. All right. Also, they have here omen. Okay. Now going back to the article, okay, it's going to say here that it says that Christian preachers, which the word preacher mean prophet. All right, we go into it. Which the true prophets are here at Great Millstone. All right. The Lord set up these men there, which they are in a regeneration. The prophets coming back. All right, which reincarnation back in the flesh. It means is biblical. Okay. The same spirits are in new bodies. Okay. Now going on, it says, who follow literal interpretation of the Bible prophecy believe that the January blood moon fits the bill, which it does. It says pastor, they got here this pastor, which he's going to be a false prophet. All right, but this is a true prophecy. It says here, Pastor Paul Bagley of the evangelical preacher of West Lafayette, Indiana, believes that the blood moon eclipse is a particular interest for America, which is true. You got the sign of this destruction. It's going to be death, destruction. All right, here in this place, blood, a lot of blood. He says, speaking to his followers online, the Doomsday Prophet said that, well, he's not a prophet, but it says this super blood moon is going to be a sign for America. You don't have a super blood moon over the top of the capital of the country and the entire hemisphere that lasts for that 1 hour and 2 minutes. It says, I'm telling you, it's very prophetic. We're going to be watching that. All right. Which it is prophetic. It says one night that with the blood moon eclipse, the moon will enter the darkest region of the Earth's shadow known as the umbra. Sunlight bending around Earth's sides and will scatter in the planet's dusty atmosphere in the fall in the moon. Okay. It says the effects is known as the Rayleigh scattering and filters out certain bands of light invisible on the visible spectrum, leaving red and orange behind. So they're going into the knowledge or the science of it, right? Science means knowledge. All right. It says the exact same effect paints the skies red during the sunset and blue during the day. All right. So, he just basically says, basically what I'm saying here is prophetic. Okay. Which that's true. All right. Now, I'm going to go and just go into the scriptures now. It's also in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right. And this is going to be starting here at verse 3. It says, and this is going to be Yahweh Shai, right? Because it's not Jesus. It's Yahweh Shai. That's his true Hebrew name. The word letter J didn't come till, 1634. All right. And it wasn't around 2,000 years ago. All right. And the Lord, which his name is Yahweh Shai, he was a Hebrew man sprang out of the tribe of Judah, or Yahweh. All right. It says here, speaking of Yahweh Shai, and he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came into him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Which, when you go into the end of the world, you're dealing with what? The end of an age, okay? So that's what his understanding is, okay? All right, which is going to be the completion, all right, of the rulership of this so-called white man. Is going to be the completion. His time is up. It's the mom is through. All right, you got here Santela, and you have that in the Greek. All right, and let me also go into that word just so that to prove it. We prove all things here. You have it. You go here, and for world is aeon in eon, I believe, in the Greek, which that means here, right here, the period of time, age. Okay, that's one of the Greek words for world, speaking of a period of time, talking about an age. All right. Now, so you have to understand that there are, since the Bible was translated, right? you have various usage, all right? Okay, you have here in the English, like you have in the English, you have in the English, you see world, but you have to actually go back into the original language of what it was been was translated from, all right? Which originally this Bible was in Hebrew, all right? Just so that you know. All right, then you have, of course, the Greek, all right? So, just so that you know, and this is how you get the full understanding. If the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is supping with you and dealing with you, you can understand these things. If not, if you are the wicked, if you are the 2/3, you won't understand these things. You will reject these things. You will reject the prophecies. You will, of course, continue on as if, things are going to continue as they have always been. Now, reading on, and it says here that and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. All right, which, the so-called white man, all right, he's the devil, which the Bible speaks of, the Edomites, okay? They are the devil, okay? They do nothing but spread lies, perpetuate it to all of the ends of the earth through their philosophies, their agendas, okay? Their different plans, wicked inventions, all right? So let's go now to one of the actual points which was mentioned in this article. I'm just getting the scriptures. The book of Matthew 24 and verse 29, which I was already in Matthew Slock. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. This is Luke 21 and 25. And it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, and the sea of waves roaring. And it says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of the heaven, or powers of heaven, shall be shaken. Right? Which you have these things occurring, all right, at this time, all right. And this, going into this, when you go into certain these scriptures here, it speaks of 70 AD as well, all right. And of course, our people, all right, were being the Israelites, okay, being you have the southern kingdom, all right, were trodden down, all right, driven out by, of course, you have Vespasian and such, all right, when you go into it, but just going into it, but just wanted to mention that. But you have it here that there's going to be signs in the sun and the moon, all right, and in the stars, all right, which the sign here, all right, what is this blood moon, okay, just to go into it, all right. This is going to be the book of 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, and it reads here, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, which means signs, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. It says, but iniquity shall be increased, right, which is all sin, multitude of sins, above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. And the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted suddenly. Okay, so understand that. Okay, this, all right, these signs are tokens for the destruction, all right, that's coming to America, all right. So in this earth, all right, as a whole, there's going to be a time which never been before, okay, which is the second coming of Yahweh Shai. But of course, it's going to be a time, of great tribulation, all right, which is coming to befall all of those out on the earth, There's going to be RFID microchip, which is going to be implemented mandatory. It's going to be World War III. Okay. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to occur. All right. As you see angels, all right, being seen through the so-called UFOs. All right. It's the angels, they ride in those celestial vehicles. Just so that you know. But, that's basically it. I'm going to leave it basic and simple. Hopefully you're edified. Call Allah, Yahweh, Shalom. That was the apostle, that great millstone. Shalom.